and today I'm here to bring you a video on my thoughts of the song Bumblebee, as well as the shipping war between Bumblebee and Black Sun. Now, keep in mind this is an opinion-based video, and I will tell you straight up, Yang is my favorite character. I will not lie about that. And Sun is one of my least favorite characters in the entire show. But this is more to do with the relationships themselves and not necessarily characters. Do I prefer one ship over the other? No, not really. And I have to say this about the ships. The shipping war itself, I cannot be for or against it, but I can see the shipping war as having repeated history with ships like Hinata Naruto versus Hinata Sakura, or Ichigo or Hime versus Ichigo Rukia. No one ever wins these things. I mean, yes, it was all resolved in the end of the series, and it may be resolved at the end of the series here, but I want to express myself. So for the last couple of weeks, I've actually been pretty damn busy with work and other things, but at the same time I've also had a lot on my mind. But I'm taking the time out to do this, so let's get this on. So first of all, I want to talk about Black Sun. Now, about a year ago now, when I first started getting into YouTube, just for the fun of it, I did a top 5 relationships. Black Sun is on there, and as I stated in that video, Black Sun is kind of forced on us. Yes, Black Sun is forced upon us because it pretty much pushes two fondest characters onto us, Sun and Blake. Now, for those of you who aren't really tracking, it was kind of a forced pairing to me. It kind of pushes a fondness with another fondness. Like, up until that point, we had only been introduced to really only older gentlemen in the entire show, with the exception of Jean, Ren, and Team Cardinal. Now, obviously, no one's rooting for Team Cardinal to get with anybody. John and Ren had already been predetermined with Nora and Pyrrha at the time, so we couldn't really see them getting with anyone. But to me, Black Sun is so damn forced that it makes no sense. Like, they are like kind of pushing them too hard. Like, they're kind of forcing them to fit into a specific category when it comes to their relationship. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just not a good thing that it kind of seems forced. Now, in the recent volume, a lot of people kind of saw that they were together throughout most of the series, throughout the entire volume. And it felt freaking forced. I mean, granted, I loved when Blake bitch slaps on. I love that part. But it still felt freaking forced after he got stabbed or shot or what the hell happened. And then all the conversations were going on. It felt forced. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad relationship per se, but when you force a relationship like that, it's not going to end well. So, now that I've talked about Black Sun, we're going to move on to Bumblebee. Bumbulbee is probably the one that's going to catch a lot of people, because when Blake and Yang were initially introduced, everyone thought that these two were like complete freaking opposites, and I got another video planned for a future that's going to do more in-depth talking, but for now, we're going to go with this one. So, the problem with Bumblebee is that it it was brought to us, and everyone thought it was confirmed when Yang gave Blake that hug. That hug during the moment when Blake was just going off her shit and just killing herself, trying to figure out how to stop the White Fang. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that people ship them, but you gotta give me more than that. And with the song Bumbulbee that I recently heard today, I'm just saying that it was a good song. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, a lot of people are saying, yep, 100% confirmed, we got Bumbulbee. That's not the case. It's been hinted at for so long that Blake and Sun are going to get together that at this point, it's almost 60-40 in favor of Black Sun being the official ship. And for those of you Black Sunners out there who are going to tell me that they are an official couple, no. Blake and Sun are not an official couple. They haven't put an official stamp on their relationship. In the words of Beyonce, if you like it, you should put a ring on it. They are not together in the traditional sense at the moment. They like each other, yes, but they are not a freaking couple right now. The same goes for Blake and Yang. They are not a couple. They are very good friends, and I cannot say this enough, but it's not a thing yet because they have the only official term for their partnership for Bumbulbee is that they were partners in Beacon. And as we have seen after season 3, Beacon is no longer a freaking option. They are not partners no more. They are scattered throughout the wind. There is no Team Ruby right now. So you cannot put a stamp on Bumbulbee because currently Bumbulbee does not exist. That song, catchy though it may be, is not 100% definitive proof that Bumbulbee is a thing. Rooster Teeth has done it before where they will troll the shit out of people with hints that lead to relationships. Because I, for one, thought that it was going to be Jean and Ruby who got together, but they didn't. It could still happen, but it was always Jean and Pierre. At the end of the day, this is going to be the war is going to continue for these two ships. Black Sun and Bumbulbee are going to keep going until there is one definitive winner for this shipping war. And at the end of the day, I'm not rooting for either ship to be canon, because regardless of how much I love Yang and how much I dislike Sun, what happens in the end does not change the fact that I am a fan of Ruby. I love Ruby. So this little shipping war, I'm just here to weigh in on it. Because despite there being the song Bumbulbee, you also have to look at other content of other songs that focus on Blake. Because From Shadows, you could kind of say that was hinting at Adam with Blake. And then there was another song earlier today I was listening to that hinted at Blake and Sun. I can't remember the name of it right now. And then Bumbulbee just outright said is asking for Blake and Yang. So leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Deuces.